you guys, tonight we've got an easy bees in the water meter. Hopefully it's easy anyway, it should be. This thing's probably like 10 feet deep or something. But because it's an easy one, I got to bring my daughter. Kinsey, come over here. Come on this side. She's been begging for months now to get to come on a bee removal. And I told her if I got an easy one, she could come. So we're gonna see what we find here. They've been here, what, a couple weeks?
Oh yeah.
So hopefully we can at least get this lid off here.
Yeah. There's always a queen with bees. Oh, Dad, don't get them worked up.
Is there a trick to open this lid, do you know?
There's a hole on that smaller one, and then you should have a finger-sized hole.
Yeah, okay. They've got that hole sealed up.
Oh well.
Look at all that honey they're making.
There should be a way to get the main lid off too.
Yeah,
Dad,
when you pull that up, it'll
get
pull
stuck.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there goes one comb down. There goes
That-
another one.
They're gonna get mad at you.
So does that release a latch to lift the lid or no?
Sorry?
Does that release a latch of some sort, or you still got that it should be able to lift the whole lid out, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, the whole blue part comes off, the black part.
Just trying to figure out where it's kind of wedged in there. Sometimes they'll have little lock tabs.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if it comes off one way or another.
Yeah, there's a little tab there.
That looks like they have a wrecked trampoline there.
A wrecked trampoline. All right. Whoa.
Wow.
Dad, I bet you they're gonna get mad
That's a lot
at
bigger
you.
than I thought it was.
Yeah, they got a pretty. This is a pretty good sized water meter. A lot of times they'll be full of gravel or something in the bottom, and so you won't really. They're not as deep as you'd think. Like the box is half filled in, you know.
Wow. And these are the ones that escaped from the tree?
I have no idea where these came from, but you've got a hive somewhere around here that likes your property.
Yeah.
Now the ones in the tree I think got killed. Be my guess, because I guess they gassed them or something through. They tried to light them on fire.
Right.
Because when I showed up, the tree was all charred and there wasn't nothing left really of the
And
bees.
how come you're not getting stung even though you're messing with their...
They're not upset.
They're not upset.
I mean, they ought to be because these combs collapsed. But as long as you're gentle with them, and the smoke helps keep them calm. Kenzie, where are you going? I thought we were doing a bee removal. See, this is why I don't bring you. You're supposed to be a helper.
They don't like that. They're in a cage.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Kenzie. Mackenzie. Come here.
They fight each other.
Don't bother their dogs, honey. They don't need that. I'm trying to look around for the queen the whole time I'm working.
What's that?
Trying to look for the queen. Kind of messed things up and had those combs collapse, but there really wasn't no way to pick it up and keep them intact. They just, see, that's when these combs are new like this, they're real soft, so they'll just rip, fall apart.
That's insane.
So that's 10 feet deep.
No, it's not 10 feet deep, about a foot deep.
Oh yeah, she's going off what you said in the beginning. You said unless it's 10 foot deep.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't miss a beat, man.
Hey, Dad, can I spray some more with
No,
smoke?
they don't need any more. Maybe we do just a little bit of smoke.
Can I
Just
do the
enough.
ones over there that haven't got smoke yet?
Nope. We need to find that queen, honey. I'm hoping she'll be on one of these scraps I pick up.
There she's boys.
And the queen's important so you can keep making more.
Hey, Dad, one just
Yeah.
landed on me and didn't sting me.
Yeah, they're nice bees. Yeah, the queen is the only one that can lay fertilized eggs, so she's the only one that can lay productive offspring. The workers, which is 99% of what you see here is all female workers, they can all lay eggs, but they've never mated. So the offspring would just be males, which are drones, and the drones don't do anything. as far as actually working in the hive. They just exist to mate. So you have to have the queen for proper population replacement.
Crazy. Nature is crazy. It's just insane what they're able to do. So small, but
Oh yeah,
build this.
the workforce is insane.
Dad.
Huh?
Can I use
And
the
they
flashlight
never
from the
fight you.
phone so we can
Never
see
even
that
think about
darkness?
They haven't yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are mean ones occasionally, but these aren't really bothered too because they're a new
That
colony.
smoke that you put, does that kind of help put them at ease or something? Just kind of,
It helps, yeah. There's my queen.
Wait.
is it
The
big?
queen. The queen's always the biggest in the family. Dad, most of the
Come here,
time.
Toots. Come here. Don't let me smash you.
Oh, Dad, you got the queen?
Now, what makes you know that that's
Make sure she doesn't
extra
sting
wings
ya.
or something? So you separate her immediately.
I'm gonna put her in a little cage.
And then they want to go where
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah, they're frustrated because they want to come out and play. You're wandering over there showing them that you're in their yard, and all they want to do is come out and play with you. I see these workers. They're the ones that'll sting you, and they've got a barbed stinger like a fish hook, so it sticks in you. But the way I catch them, I pin them on top of their back, and they can't sting. They can't curl around to sting. So I grab them by their thorax.
What's a thorax, Dad?
The thorax is their midsection.
They're not getting restless right now, right? Or are they starting to fight?
No, I mean they're a little just stirred up because they can't figure out what's going on, but they're not angry. 'Cause that's the other thing. I haven't been aggressive with them, you know, so they don't feel like I'm hurting them necessarily. I'm not slamming stuff around and smashing a bunch of them. So we'll put a couple in the cage here with the queen as her
Dad?
attendants.
How many years does it take for the girl bees to be queen bees?
The girl bees can't become a queen, honey. They have to raise her to be a queen, remember? Now, I'll get my rubber bands.
My little fun girl, by the fun girl. Gotta get you in my arms, girl, by the fun girl. Take it
So
all.
what we'll do now
Come on tonight, moonshine,
Yes.
but
I'm gonna try to spare a couple of these combs. It's not gonna.
It's a good.
It's pretty dicey because they're pretty soft. But we'll try to see what we can save of them here.
How are they making the honey?
That's all nectar from flowers.
Oh, okay, so they're
We'll
running
cut.
out.
Yeah, we'll try to cut some off here. That's what I'm chewing on. I picked up a little scrap of it that was in a comb that broke off.
So they roam around at night, or at some point going to get.
During the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all day nonstop.
Okay, so they just come back to their landing spot,
Yep.
do their thing, and
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, this water meter is just their home. You know, this water meter could be a hollow tree or whatever. They don't care. It's just a place that's secure to build their nest.
nobody does anything in there, and nobody disturbs it. So that's where they decide to go.
Yep.
How long do you think that's been?
Oh, no more than a couple weeks,
Oh, okay.
based on how soft these combs are.
Okay.
Because again, when honeycomb, when they very first
Dad,
make
can
it,
I pick up one?
you see, they make the wax from. They've got glands on their body, so they actually create the wax from their body. But it's super soft. Like it'll collapse under its own weight.
Dad, can I help pick up a soft
And then the
one?
older it gets, the firmer it gets. Because as they use it, it'll get bits of dirt in it. It'll get cocoons. And each time they have a baby bee, that baby bee will spin a cocoon when it pupates. So those little papers will start to accumulate.
Hey, Dad, look.
So when you get old wax, it's black. After about 3 years, it'll be almost black. And when you, like if you go to rip it, it sounds like cardboard. Because it has all those little papers.
Hey, Dad, can I help put those in?
We were doing a
Dad,
repipe
can
in
I
a house,
help
and
put those soft ones in there?
in the ceiling it was
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
big that it caved in their ceiling.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Being a plumber, do you ever run across them?
We,
Dad, how
we
many
ran across
bees
one
are-
that had already,
Dad-
it was already dead. They'd already extracted or whatever. And
Dad,
It
Hang on.
blew apart their ceiling. They called it. They said they were African bees, though.
Well, that's what everybody says if they don't know any different.
Yeah.
I always, I like to teach people and just help people understand. I mean, the Africanized bees, they do exist, but I can tell you I've been doing this now for 7 years, and I've run across 5 hives. I mean, I've done hundreds of removals. There have been 5 that I thought were dangerously aggressive. This is mostly what I run into. Because what the Africanized is a genetic thing. And so honeybees, they're like dogs in their own respect. They can interbreed. So you have all these different sort of races of honeybees, but they all interbreed and mix and mingle. And so all that matters is if you get one that carries more of that Africanized trait, then they'll be more aggressive. If you killed any one of these and took it to a lab, did a DNA test, it would probably show that it has Africanized DNA in it. But it's not the dominant trait.
Dad, why? I always, Dad.
But yeah, I have come across ones that, the most notorious one that I had at least was, the lady told me they'd killed 4 of her dogs and they'd sent a man to the hospital that came,
Wow.
some guy came over to her house for something and they put him into shock. And they were, when I went and got it, I actually didn't get a sting on that whole job, but I suited up ahead of time. I wasn't about to walk up to him like this,
Yeah.
Because I walked up and I was about 20 foot away, maybe here to the truck, and I was just looking at them. They were in this old rotted out, somebody had thrown an old dresser outside and they were in one of the drawers. And I was just kind of standing there looking, and there was some leaves. I was on a concrete slab, there was some leaves on the ground. I kind of just shuffled those leaves with my foot. As soon as I did, man, they came boiling out of that box. So I was like, all right, they mean business.
Wow.
Dad, who killed their dog?
Bees killed the dog, honey. Yeah, no kidding, right? We like these gentle bees. And two, a lot of times when a hive's small like this, they're kind of young still. So even if they do have more aggressive traits, they haven't really developed yet. So you can have a hive that would normally be highly aggressive, but because they're small, they're not as defensive.
It's not like a snake where they don't know what their own strength. They're not that.
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, they understand that they're too small to put up a good fight. Because I've had them be, I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of the gentlest hives I've ever had.
Hey, Dad, I'm gonna
Pick off
pick
the little scraps,
Dad.
honey. Yep, the little scraps.
Wow.
Go ahead.
She's going without the hand.
Look at you, no gloves. I have a little pair of kid gloves for her somewhere, but when we moved, I lost them.
Oh, Dad, looks like there's some dead bees on there.
Oh, there are. Show those to Mr. Phillip. Those are babies that are in the cocoon that I cut in half.
Watch this wire. Yeah. They didn't quite develop.
Didn't quite make it.
I bet they're almost ready and you killed them. But that's okay, the queen will have more. Ah!
You got kids of your own? No? See, we'll strap these combs in these frames, and then that way they can rebuild.
Oh, Dad, looks like you killed
This will help them with the move. A lot of times when they're this soft, I won't even keep them because they tend to want to collapse under their own weight.
Hey, Dad, I accidentally...
But because this hive is so small, I'm going to keep a couple just to help them basically accept this box as their new home.
So are they, like when you start going down the road, they're all going to just follow you on in there? And then once
Yeah.
you get left behind, they're looking for
I'm
a new
gonna
home?
I'm gonna leave this box here this evening. Just gonna set it right here by the water meter,
So they go.
and then I'll spray repellent all inside the meter, and that'll run them out of that meter to where they don't want to be in there anymore, and then they'll smell their boxes right here beside it.
Huh. Close home.
Yep.
And that way you get the most workers coming with you.
Yeah, and then I'll come back well after dark and just pick up the empty box, or not the empty box, but the box full of bees.
Hey, Dad, most of the time, how many bees are in each hive?
This one I'm gonna say 12,000. 12,000 bees. Do you believe me?
I bet it's less than that.
You think it's less?
Yeah, but
That's gonna be close. That's gonna be close.
Who did that? I don't know. Dad, why don't you cut them off?
That honey's a little. What makes the other honey a little thicker?
Hey, Dad, can
being
you cut
cold.
something
This,
off?
this is really, really fresh. This really isn't quite cured down yet. They're just now, a lot of this, it's like it's capped off, so I guess by their
Hey,
note
Dad,
it's
can I try?
fresh, but it's older honey will tend to be a little bit thicker too.
Dad, can I try a piece?
You have to take your veil off. Go over there on the other side of the tree and you can unzip your hood.
We're gonna make them mad if I put their thing out.
The wax? No. Ingrate.
Hey, Dad, can you help me put
Your veil
the
back
zipper
on?
It's too hard because my hands are slippery.
Do you think you need it?
Yeah, I don't want bees to sting my face.
None have stung my face. What do you think Mommy would say if I brought you home with a stung face? You think she'd be mad?
At you.
Mad at me. There's our queen, folks. Somewhere in there.
See
Pretty
her?
little thing. Hey, get
I
out,
see her.
get out of the camera. There we go.
You're gonna have one per eye.
Oh, done.
Yep.
Looks like we've been doing this
Only
for
have one.
Like little roosters in a hen.
21 minutes.
If there's multiples, they'll fight to the death. There can only be one.
Hey, sir.
Yep.
I know your name starts with an F, but I think
Does it, Smarty Pants?
So can I call it this F because I don't remember the rest.
His name's a trick, Kenzie. It's not an F.
Oh,
You know what else makes a sound? If two letters put together make that sound.
I forgot.
You forgot.
Yeah.
What else makes that? What other words have that start? Phlegm?
Yeah, phase.
Phase?
Your name?
His name starts with PH. Remember? PH makes a f sound.
Yeah. Oh, Dad. It says low battery 20.
Oh, we're good if we got 20%. Good thing I charged it before I came over here. I charged it while we were eating dinner.
Dad. Oh, I accidentally moved it. My foot got stuck on it.
Oh, honey.
Dad, I just want to see their doghouse that you built them.
No, you need to not go over there and bother the dogs. We're almost done here, Kenzie.
I want to see how many minutes Oh, it says 27.
27 minutes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was thinking that I could smoke.
You can smoke them. What's down inside that box? You can smoke them out of that meter.
Whoa. Get it in, Dad.
Good helper, huh? I'm happy you're not too scared of them, that you're working with your gloves on. All right.
You're trying to fly.
So we're gonna set our lid on here. Queen is in there strapped between two combs. Voila.
Are you done?
Yep. Getting a pretty decent march. I think you guys can see that. So now we put that lid on, and they're starting to realize that that's home sweet home.
Whoop.
So, yeah, I can't hardly prop my phone up any better, but you guys can see it. So we're just going to give them a couple minutes now to kind of clear out of there. They're marching up pretty well. I'm going to try to get them coming out of the box a little better, and then I'll spray a little Bee Quick down inside there. But I think that's enough to cut this off, folks, so I can save a little battery, but y'all get the drift. Queen's inside, cut the combs. We're just waiting for them to get out of the meter box now.